All right, so I think, hold on, I ain't brought you in yet. You just seeing what's on the screen. All right, so I think I'm live. So for we gotta wait for people to get back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and add you over here. Go ahead and add you right there. Y'all back? I'm gonna give people time to get back in. I need to let me message my Facebook people and tell them they have to come to YouTube. Because okay, we got this, we got that. Slay is in. He can see this. He can see that. I'm just finna try to build it back real quick, guys. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited. And hey, man, it's a work in progress. You know, sometimes when you try new things and you do things, you have some difficulties. You know, you got to work your way through it. So that's what we doing. Slay is my first live guest, so it'd be cool to get him in here. But the show is gonna be a little different, I guess, now because I got thrown off with all the stuff that I had planned for the show. I had to redo it, and you know, it's gonna be a little different, but we're gonna make it work. That's how we do it in DB room. That's how things happen in the DB room. Sometimes you plan in a game and it don't go exactly how you practice it. It don't go exactly how you planned it. But guess what? You still gotta make the plays. Still gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? So we almost ready. I just need to grab one thing real quick and we're gonna get this show rolling. I got Slay. He's on the line. I'm gonna bring him in a sec, and we are going to chop it up. Okay. All right, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys being patient, working with me. Obviously, this is something different, something that is new, and there will be some kinks. So we're gonna try to get the show rolling. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't, let me know, and if you can, let me know. Boom. Let me get my notes out so I can make sure I say and do all the things that I need to do. And obviously I had some cool graphics and all types of stuff. Had all types of stuff planned for you guys, man. And we still gonna make it happen. I'm just gonna have to tell you guys. May not be able to show you guys all the way. But I want to get everybody in, make sure that, you know, we all are here and ready to go. Give my Facebook crew a little time to get over Feel bad for those guys, man. Last week it was my YouTube crew. This week is my Facebook crew. Hey, man, it happens. It happens. It happens. Okay, so let's see if we can get this right here to work, because you guys are in the DB room.
Oh, that's nice.
Now I'm back. Okay, we got that part to work. We are here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, now we're cooking with grease. Now we're cooking with grease. And I know I'm gonna sound a little country, but this how it is. This how I am. This how we do it. All right. So, appreciate you guys, man, being patient with me. I'm sorry. It's always something, but we're gonna make it happen. I had a bunch of titles and a bunch of graphics and all types of cool stuff for you guys, but the last show, the last whatever got jacked up. I was trying to scream to two different things, and it kind of overload. I guess I got a hardwire. I got to call the people, tell them come hardwire the internet, so we don't have any issues in here in the DB room. But it's a good point. Things happen sometimes. You got to be able to adjust. That's a huge part in playing football. Things don't always go as planned, and you got to be able to adjust. But like I said, we are in the DB room, and last week, first off, before we get started, last week I told you guys the show was going to be on Wednesday, but I had to change it to Thursday, and this is why. So we got a little puppy. His name is Baxter, and that was the reason why I couldn't do the show last week, because we were supposed to go pick him up. But he's here now, and he is the newest member to the family. As you guys can see, he already got some explosion in the hips. He already got a little mean mug, and he's definitely a ball hawk, right? You saw how he was getting after that ball. So everybody say what's up to Baxter. Okay, so like I said, I had a bunch of titles, but for you guys who don't know, I am Glover Quinn, retired NFL defensive back, now your host here in the DB room. I want to welcome everyone here, and if you haven't seen the welcome video, please check the channel and check out the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, all that fun stuff. So I told you guys also in the DB room that we're going to have guests, and tonight we have our first guest in the DB room. Yes, Darius Big Play Slay will be joining us tonight. He is actually on the call, as you guys already know. He's just waiting for me to bring him in. All right, first thing, I got some announcements. Okay, got some announcements. Before we bring him in, if you guys have questions, please ask questions about things that we're talking about, right? This is what we're here for. We're not here to talk about all the nonsense. We're here to be motivated, to be inspired, and to try to live better lives, okay? So please ask questions about that stuff. Second, if you got something to say, leave it in the comments. I try to go and read the comments, so hopefully you guys I see it and respond to it. If not, but you guys can hit Slay up in the comments. He probably can see him. I don't know. Another thing, stick around for next week's guest. Got him confirmed already. I had a nice cool graphic, and I may even try to put it back up later on as the show go on. So you may see me as I'm talking, working on some things, try to get those graphics back up so I can show you guys who the next guest will be. And then I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so we're gonna bring in Darius Slay.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, big dog? Yeah. Yeah. That's too. Swag. That do look better. Yeah, I can hear you. Good. Louis Mikey.
What about now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Anything? Still can't hear you. Okay. Okay. Cause I'm getting I'm getting yes, but it's an echo. Okay. You guys still talk to yeah, but my audio is double. Okay. I can fix. What
Get
about now?
right.
What is it? What is it now?
Let's get
You got
right.
it echo, but I can hear you. Hold on, let me change it. Let me change it. What about now? Let me know. You good here? A echo. It's an echo. So it's we can hear you now. Good. Y'all can hear me now. Still echo? Let me move this mic out the way. Cause I got another mic. Just just for something like this. What about now?
I hear you good.
You hear me good? It's perfect. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yes. Yes. That's how we rock in the DB room, man. Hey, I love you
On the
guys, man.
move.
I love you
On the
guys, man.
fly.
And you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna be giving away something coming up here real soon. I gotta find something good to give away because you guys are the best. No echo. We getting good comments coming in. Slay can hear me. Y'all can hear Slay.
Yeah.
Boom, got my people in. Appreciate that. Man, my dog. So
What's good, y'all?
now we here. Slay, a
Right.
guy that I mean for me, I saw Slay grow up. I mean, I was here with Slay when he was just a little rookie. You know what I'm saying? And now he's turned into this mega all pro guy, you know what I'm saying? So hey man, say something to the people, man. Introduce yourself.
What's up, man? Everybody, man. It's nobody don't call me Darius. I only know why he introduced me as Darius. You know what I'm saying? It's Big Play Slay, or Slay, how you prefer. But I'm Darius Slay, man. Brunswick, Georgia boy, down south. I'm ready, man. I'm excited to be the first guest on my boy's show, man. I'm ready, man. It's time to go. Get my boy show on the road, man. My boy I'm tired on me. I'm ready to see what he got to working on.
Cool, man. It won't be the same, like I said, because we had some difficulties. But glad you guys stayed with me. So, man, I put this show together, man, because so many times, everybody know what we do, right? We've seen the highlights of you. Everybody
Right.
know what we do, but so few times do people really get to know who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm a true believer that I believe in stories, and I feel like so many things happen in our life, things that we experience that led to the end product of who we are. And I believe that there's so many people that can relate to some of these stories. They just feel like we're superhuman because they see us playing on TV and they're fans and they feel like we don't have the same problems or we didn't go through the same struggles or we didn't do the same things that they're doing right now. And so I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna start relaying some of my stories so that people can hear them, understand them, and know that, hey, I dealt with this and I overcame it. You can do the same exact thing. So that's why I wanted to do this show. I wanted to call it the DB room because, the DB room always the coolest room, right? Always.
Facts. Hey, you froze, GQ,
I'm froze?
on my end.
How am I froze?
I don't know. We both froze. We look good though.
All right, man. People say we good, man.
Are we good if we get this right?
Um, but so that's why I want to do this show, man. So you my dog, man. Somebody that I played the most games with out of anybody in the world. Played the most games with Darius Slay. So I had to make him my first guest in the DB room. Somebody that I can trust. Somebody I've been to a lot of battles with. Well, we want to get to know you, man. So tell us a little bit about you, man. Talk to me about like saying your childhood, like where you from, upbringing, like who raised you. Some stuff like that, man. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So a little bit about myself. I'm from Brunswick, Georgia, as I said at the beginning. Down south boy. Little country in me, a little bit, not too much, but I got a little bit in me because I'm down south. My mom was interesting. My mom had me at 13 years old. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, 13 years old, man. I don't know what she was thinking. I'm glad to be here. But
And y'all overcame, right?
yeah, we overcame everything, man. My mom taught me everything. So I was really kind of raised by my grandma, because of the fact that my mom was like, 13 years old. She still was a kid herself, trying to figure out life, trying to graduate high school. So I'm her only child. So man, shoot, we was just kicking it, man. So I'm a big grandma's boy. My grandma's my heart, my joy. That's my soulmate. I feel like that's my life in my hands. Like, so I cherish a granny, man. I'm one of them guys that make sure you go to grandma's house every time. So yeah, that's a little brief one, but grew up.
That's cool, man. So you say your mom had you at 13, and then you end up having
My
your
oldest,
your oldest. How old were you when you had him?
I had him at 15. My oldest,
15.
15, man.
So you were a freshman in high school?
Freshman in high school. I'm out there getting it. I don't know what I'm doing.
So Todd, tell me like how did you like deal with that, bro? Like being a freshman in high school, now you got a baby. Like, did mama come into play then, or was it like grandma?
Yeah,
Like,
that's when my mom came into play. Then she know I kind of like, I won't say a mistake, but she know I had felt kind of way the same path she had going on, having a kid at an early age, and she saw how my grandma, did for me, and she kind of returned the favor as like, okay, son, I know I've been through this route. I saw how my mama did. I'm gonna do you the same way. So, my mom, she helped a lot, much as she can. She worked hard. My grandma, of course, did too. And I had some amazing godparents, and my godparents brought me in. They cherished me just like their own kid. So, I got all kind of hands that kind of helped me with that process, man. I was blessed and fortunate enough with great people around me. I surrounded myself with a great family. So they all, stood behind me, helped me do whatever I needed to do, man. We got it done, though.
You got any like sisters, brothers? Cause I got 3 sisters.
Man, well, fortunately, I'm the only child from my mama. My dad, he got 11.
Okay,
Woo!
big family.
Papa was Rolling Stone. Oh, he a Rolling Stone.
Hey man,
My son right now,
you
my
said
son
what?
right now got aunties younger than him.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so he be mad. He be hot too, man. He be hot.
Dang man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
like, you from Brunswick, right? Do y'all play good football down there?
Come on, man. Georgia got the best football. Anyway,
Negative, negative.
positive. We will
Mississippi,
spank anybody, man.
Mississippi got the best athletes in the history of the game. In the history of the game, all the greats come from Mississippi. Jerry Rice, Mississippi guy, right? Come on now, we don't even need to go there, right? But
We'll leave it alone.
right, but what else did you play? Like, were you like a 3-sport athlete, 2-sport, just stuck to football? Like, what else you did in high school, man?
Man, I was a basketball player and a track guy, and they call me Baby Kobe. Rest in peace, my goat. But they call me Baby Kobe out there.
Baby Kobe, what'd you average? Like
Yes,
eight,
sir.
eight, eight, 8 points a game?
Nah. I was like about 15, 16. You know,
So what, you a shooter, like dribbler, like
I
dunk?
was a
I know you
I was
can't
a
dunk.
I was a shooter, and I was like a slasher. You know what I'm saying? So not too many crazy handles. I had 1 or 2 crossovers that worked that got me the separation I needed, and I went to work. You couldn't beat me.
Settle down. Now I was a hey hey man. I got some people on here from the SIP, man. They might jump on you in the comments because I was a hooper for real. I was a hooper for real, man. Oh snap! So you played football, you played basketball, um,
Okay.
you played football, you played basketball. How did you decide like what you wanted to do in college? Like,
Well,
did
man,
you
my high school coach, man, he kind of motivated me, man, to stick with football because at the time, as a growing up as a kid, you know, back then I won't consider myself as a pretty boy, but all the my school was like known for hoopers. So I like to hoop. You know what I'm saying? So but I was talented in both of them. So
did you run track?
of course I ran track, but I wasn't close to being the fastest. Tyreek Hill from Georgia. I wasn't playing that.
Really? Oh
Yes, sir. We
snap!
was not
Yeah,
winning.
yeah, yeah. You don't want none of that.
Yeah,
You
no
don't want
parts
none
of
of
that.
that. Wow, wow, wow. Who's the best person you played against in high school?
Man, so man, we played. The best person I probably played was Eric Berry.
Oh, he was
Man,
nice in high school, huh?
he ran the offense called like the Vera offense. Man, he was dominating everybody. He was a monster. It was no stopping him.
So what
No
what you
stop.
what did you play in high school? Quarterback, DB? Because I was a tailback. I played well. It depended on the year. If you ask me, I was a receiver. I was a quarterback. I was a running back. I was a safety. I was a linebacker. I was a corner.
Dang.
Yeah, man. Hey,
So you saying you a football player?
I punted. I kicked off. Like I kind of did it all. I'm just being honest with you, man. I just kind of did it
That,
all.
that sound like our school sorry right there now.
No, no, no. I mean, we wasn't the best, but my years there, we got better. We made the playoffs all my years of varsity, except for my freshman year, I guess. But yeah, man, we did our thing. But like, you know what I'm saying? What'd you play?
Sure, I played receiver, running back, corner. Never played the quarterback. Never played quarterback in high school.
Well, I
I
see
was not
why.
playing a linebacker.
I've seen you throw.
I'm very accurate though. I might got an ugly arm now. I might get there a funny way, but it's accurate though.
If you was playing quarterback, we playing straight run. That's all y'all doing is running options.
I'm throwing over the top of your head. Boy, deep.
Dang, man. So, all right. So, talk me through this right here. You had a child at a young age, freshman in high school. You go all the way through high school. So, like, now it's time to like you gotta like leave home, like go to college, or like did you ever have any thoughts of like not going to school because you wanted to maybe like work and like do stuff for your kid? Because I had a homeboy who played football with me in high school. He was really good, and he had a baby in high school. And sorry guys if y'all see me kind of looking this way. This is where I got Slay at right here, so I keep looking over here instead of looking right here at the camera. But he played football. He had a baby, and then he decided to go to the military, and
Mm-hmm.
he's fought, and he's had a career in the military. But he gave sports up and pursued that to be able to provide and take care of his child. So like, did you have any thoughts of like not going to school and like staying home and like taking care of your child, or did you have that support system like, hey, go ahead, man, go to school, go try to do something better for your life, and we'll help you out with your child?
Yeah. Well, my first thought was, being a man. Of course, I wanted to be there for my child and do what I need to do. But my mom set me down. My grandma, my dad. I had like I said, I had great role models as a young kid, and I was surrounding myself around great family. So they all kind of motivated me, like, go off to school, man. You got a talent. They saw a lot more than I saw myself as a kid. So they been through and done that. And they saw talent come through in and out of Brunswick. But they put in my head that I was one of the best ones there. So I took their advice, man. Went off to school, man. They did a great job with my kid. They brought him to many games they possibly can, and they were like, it's a big support system, man. I'm glad I chose the school path though, because I wasn't thinking about it. I was not thinking about it.
Really?
Heck
So
yeah,
what? So
man.
what you was gonna do?
Man, it's just, what I'm saying, like I was growing up, me and my pops, uh we wasn't the best, but we was great. But what I'm saying, like I said, I wanted to be there for my son, and me not being there was kind of like, nah, man, I made him. I need to be here for him. Like, you don't need to depend on nobody else. I'm his daddy. But I, as they put the picture in my face, they understood, like, okay, Slay, it's a way bigger picture than right now. You could change his life, and that was my goal to do.
All right. So you in Georgia, right? And you decide, okay, I'm gonna go to college. All right. Talk to me about like your recruitment process. I'm, saying we got some high school kids that's probably trying to, make that decision coming up next year. They got a different decision, obviously, because of who knows what's going to happen with their senior year, right? I mean,
Right,
with the
right.
corona, who knows how school's going to be next year. But just kind of talk to them because I was a JUCO guy. I went to JUCO.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge recruit coming out of high school. No D1 offers coming out of high school, so I ended up going JUCO in Mississippi. And you know what I'm saying, you end up going JUCO in Mississippi. So talk to me about that, like your recruiting process and kind of how that all came about.
Well, I signed with Mississippi State out of high school. So I chose Mississippi State because I said, whatever school kind of showed me a good time that I can enjoy college and play good ball at, I was going to. So I had visits set up for Kentucky, Troy, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma State. So I'm like, I ain't want to go into Oklahoma. Nah. And I can't do Kentucky. It's too cold. Nah. Then I said, Troy, they ain't even the SEC. So I'm like, I gotta stay in the SEC. So I chose Mississippi State, and I had the most fun there. Chose there, but so they placed me at Itawamba JUCO, right there in
In
uh
Mississippi.
Fulton, Mississippi.
Yeah.
So
See, when I was at JUCO, this is before you got there, so this ain't a shot at you. This is a shot at your school. When I
uh-huh.
was in JUCO, we played Itawamba, and that was the first time ever, and probably the only time ever in my history of sports that a team actually threw the towel in. Right? We were playing, we were beating them pretty good. It started raining, and generally you had a rain delay and you come back and you play the game. They said they didn't want to play anymore. They quit, right? But it's not a slight at you. That's just a slight to say, hey, JUCO is real life in JUCO. Like
It's
it's
real
tough,
deal
man.
though.
Like
It's real deal in JUCO,
talk
man.
about
JUCO,
that. Like JUCO is real life.
best athletes where come from JUCO, really.
Yeah, I mean Mississippi got a lot of great athletes, and then Mississippi is like probably one of the second, maybe the first best JUCO program. I think you got Kansas, Mississippi, some of the best JUCO ball. Get a lot of guys coming from out of state. I know we used to have a lot of guys from Florida to come in. You know, you would have been an out of state guy, and I
Yeah.
know when I was coming out, we only could have 8 out of staters. So you had to been decent. You know what I'm saying? You made the 8.
I'm telling you, boy, that 8 comes short, boy. They will cut you quick. Hey, you're the 8 on, boy. You know how to get in there.
All right, so talk to me about being, what I'm saying, being at JUCO and trying to get back to Mississippi State. You know what I'm saying? I would assume that, you planning at a one, you're going to get back to Mississippi State and,
Hmm.
still having your son thinking about hopefully trying to get to the league. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Oh man, it was. I went there on a mission. I had I enjoyed college, but I knew what I was going to college for. And that's to be a professional. And but I had a great time at Fulton, man. Right there at one, we was chilling. Um, Man, shoot, the hard part was me doing my schoolwork. That's the most important thing. But I found a way to get it done. I was one of them guys that I wasn't that smart, but I knew work, and I knew what I had to do to get what I had to get done. So, man, I was the type of guy that, and if I need to come in to teach at the class, I need to come in there. I sit here 30 minutes with you. You could talk to me, teach me
Right.
something else, so I did it all.
Right, and that's one thing I will say, and I tell people about this. A lot of times when people ask me a question about you, I tell them all the time, like, Slay, for as confident as you are in your abilities and as good as you are as a player, the one thing that I feel like I've always admired and loved and liked about you is the fact that you were never afraid to like ask questions. You were never afraid to like
Oh yeah.
admit when you didn't know something. You kind of was like always in tune with like yourself, as far as like, man, I know what I can do, what I can't do. I know, what I don't know. Kind of talk like, where'd you get that from? Like, how'd you develop that? Because sometimes people struggle with admitting what they don't know. They act like they know, but they don't want to come out and admit what they don't know. So kind of talk a little bit about that.
Well, that's what come from around the people I've been around, man. I got, like I said, my mom, my grandma, my godparents. They never hid nothing from me. When they said they know about a lot of stuff, that I expect they have answers to, they be like, "No, I didn't know." And as a kid, when coming up, my mom would try to help me fix a tie, try to be a man. And I was the only man in the house for her, and me not knowing how to fix a tie was kind of like, dang. But she took the time to take out, it's just like show me details of how to do it. 'Cause I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But she'd come out there, help me with it. Um, I just never been afraid to ask, because like I'm a guy that's kind of adventurous. I like to know, and if I know what's going on, that means I could